Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Butterfly Spirit 314. So guys, today I decided that I would practice knitting today. So I started off by practicing with a entirely new video. And I thought it would be easier to start with that one. And it turns out that particular video, it was very confusing for me to follow the lady who was showing her method for how to do a cast on and everything. So then I went back to the original video that I've been following with another lady whose video seems simple, but um, this lady is using the long tail cast on method, which looks simple, but it is a little complicated for me to get. I'm great with a slip knot. I'm totally good with doing the slip knot. That's awesome. Okay. However, when it comes to trying to get one, one loop on one of the needles and another on the other needle, it's just like I get really confused when it comes to like putting my needle in my right hand under the one in my left hand, which is under the stitch. I just get really confused with that, and then having to bring that needle below that somehow, and it's still confusing. Okay, so I decided that after trying it a few times with the original ladies video that I've been following, then I decided that what I would do is I would try a gentleman's video as far as knitting is concerned. So I tried, tried his method a few times. It is a bit different to like do the cast on. It is confusing. However, I'm seeing a little bit of progress, and I want to keep trying. Okay, so here's the thing, guys, when it comes to knitting. Guys, when it comes to knitting, I'll tell you this. When you, I'm going to go up here. When you are trying to knit, okay, it's like anything. It's like riding a bike, driving a car, learning how to type, playing a new game. It's like anything. It's new, okay? My progress for how I'm doing as far as knitting is concerned, I'm still very much a beginner, and I haven't landed it yet. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like doing speed knitting. And what this tells you guys is this: if you're getting started with knitting like I am, right, you're not doing anything wrong if you're not getting it right away. It takes time to learn to knit, like it does with anything you've never done before. If you don't get knitting like me, it's okay. Try, and try again. Okay? And if you find yourself getting frustrated, then, try it again another day. And eventually you will start to get better. Okay? This is only my third time trying out knitting. Okay? And in trying, like today, I started off with my big knitting needles, my big ones, number 13s. And then I had to move down to these are my, goodness, these are my, I believe this is my size 8 knitting needles. Okay. So, don't give up. If you're starting to knit, don't give up. Keep going, And yes, document your progress. Document what you're doing. So that, when you look back at your progress, you can see where you started and be like, wow, I started there. And, and I'm saying to document your progress because in the future, when you get really good at knitting or whatever it is you're doing, you want to look back and see how you started. And that's where you're telling yourself, wow, I started right there and now look at me, I'm an expert, you know? So just understand it takes time, you know, and sometimes you're going to have to go and find other videos and, you know, maybe even take a class to get help on what you're doing. I'm considering taking a knitting class. That's something I consider tonight and everything. But you know, I'm gonna keep following the videos and see what I can figure out. Um, and I also think I'm gonna look for a class in my area. I mean, I feel like watching YouTube videos and learning how to knit is a lot more cost effective and cheap as opposed to finding a knitting class in my area. But we'll see. Okay. So guys, what I want to tell you is don't give up. Keep trying. Do your best. Do what you can. Because, you know, it's a part of the process that matters. It's the process. It's the journey that matters. You don't have to do something overnight. You know, I know you may have something that you want to make and you feel like, I want to do it in 24 hours, like you see for, you know, some TikTok videos or, you know, other instant videos. But it doesn't work like that. Even if you were sewing something, that doesn't take 24 hours either. That's something I learned that, like, if somebody's trying to make a 24-hour dress, the 24-hour dress doesn't take a day to make. It actually takes a lot longer than 24 hours to make, okay? Don't grade your progress by, you know, what an expert is doing. You know what I mean? Because there's time lapses. So although the video may show or make it look like it takes, you know, maybe 15 or 20 minutes to do something, it could take somebody days to do something. And they may put the videos together in such a way where it looks like it took a day, but really it may have took, you know, a week or a month. A week. It may have took, you know, days, weeks, or months to do something. Okay? So don't grade your progress by an expert's progress who's been practicing something for decades, and here you are, you know, just starting out and expecting yourself to be like the expert, because you're not going to. All right? So take it from me. I'm new to knitting and I'm keeping going. You know, yeah, I find myself getting frustrated, but when I find myself getting frustrated, you know, I push through a little bit more and try. And if I feel like, I'm not getting it, then I'll try again tomorrow, you know, or give it a couple of days and then come back to it and then see how I feel, you know. Do the same, you know, give yourself a chance to learn how to do things, okay? Don't force yourself to get frustrated and burnt out to the point where you just want to give up. Because when you give up, then you don't get a chance to learn a skill. You don't get a chance to experience that progress and be able to work towards making, you know, whatever your desired product or thing is that you want to create. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you, and see you in my next video.